Warning, this podcast has stories of real-life events and true crime that happens every day. These stories may contain adult language and graphic or disturbing details not suitable for everyone. Listener discretion is advised.
132 in Bush, I've got him at gunpoint. Check the left phone, we're going to pull back to what you're not inside. We're pulling them out.
10-1-1, advise ready for entrance campus.
God!
To another episode of War Stories, and we're back this week. I'm Tom.
And I'm Chuck.
And we were off for Thanksgiving. We didn't have a guest. We didn't do a debrief. We just spent some time with our family.
Yep. That's some of the most important times you can have during the holidays is time with your family uninterrupted and undisturbed. And it was just going to be too difficult to try to schedule a podcast with time with the family, friends, family coming in and stuff. And it just kind of happened to work out for me because no family was coming to our house because kids got sick. So, fucking kids.
So we're back. We had a little bit of a technical problem because Chuck's mic sounded like doo-doo. And let's see if it's better. That's kids and Thanksgiving, right? They just... Let's unplug Daddy's microphone.
Huh?
Kids, Thanksgiving. Let's unplug Daddy's microphone.
Yeah. Fucking asshole.
Are you drinking eggnog?
Yeah. Screwball.
Oh.
Eggnog.
Ugh,
They're the ones who make the peanut butter whiskey. It's eggnog whiskey.
You have some
but with peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, no.
Peanut butter eggnog.
No. Just no.
It's pretty fucking good.
Well, so we're back this week for a debrief episode. We've got some videos, and one of the videos that somebody sent us, we had shared on our own social media. I just thought of this, and I wanted to bring it up. I was looking through the videos that we were going to debrief, and somebody had asked us to debrief the two cops that were talking to the dude, telling him to take the weapon out of his pants, and he was saying that it was his dick.
Oh, dude. I want to see it. Show me.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. We had a salty old sergeant that was patting down a prowler would-be burglar who was creeping around like the outlet mall or something. And he puts him up against the wall and starts patting him down and he grabs his crotch and goes, What's in your pants? What's this? He's like, that's my dick. And he's like, no, it's not. That's not your dick. He's like, that's my dick. And he's arguing with the suspect as he's got his hands around his crotch. And the suspect saying, that's my dick, bro. That's nothing else. Sure enough.
Fucking lead pipe.
All it was. Oh, so there's your debrief of that video. But yes, I mean, can you imagine if male cops were searching a female and or telling a female, those aren't your tits. Take your, let me see it. Like,
whip them out. You'd be in so much fucking trouble. Like, I was listening to that, and I know what agency that is. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you're going to get in a lot of fucking trouble. You're going to get a lot of trouble. You can't tell someone to whip their dick out to show you. Okay.
Right.
If you think it's a fucking weapon, you have to search it. And then if you want to do any type of fucking strip search, you better have them under a fucking arrest. And you better have that consent because in California, you're fucked if you don't.
Yeah.
You can't just tell someone to whip their dick out.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's nationwide. I don't know if that's a California thing.
Did I ever tell you the tranny story that I had?
What?
The tranny story. We didn't know it was a trans woman.
Go ahead. Because I'm drawing a blank. So maybe you did. But.
So we had a domestic violence with my partner, and it was late at night or early in the morning because we were working nights. And we get there. It's probably like midnight, 1 o'clock. And this female comes out, big old fake knockers, fucking hardened nips, dude, wearing a white tank top, basically see-through, and long hair, extensions, and all that, fucking makeup. Looks like every other female, right?
Good little Barbie, right?
Yeah, like that late at night, just got back from the club, whatever. Yeah, like a lot of work done. So you're like, whatever. Wearing sweatpants, tall, skinny, slender. I couldn't tell. Had a raspy voice like Fran Drescher.
like that when she taught like that.
Yeah, but like super
Okay.
feminine. This person had been on estrogen and hormones for like 8 years. So it was 8 years deep, right? So it was just sounded like a Fran Drescher type of thing. And me and my partner look
Mhm.
and we're like, huh. And the person kept saying things like the victim, because it was he, them
Shim.
beat up their boyfriend. And he was always we were talking to the boyfriend, the victim, and he was always saying like, oh, like, yeah, she always like dick shames me and stuff like that. And we're like, that's weird, that's
Dick
odd. Like,
shames him.
yeah, because his is bigger
Oh,
or
my
hers
God.
is bigger. Theirs is bigger.
It's a him.
His
If
is
it
bigger.
has a dick, it's a him.
Him,
Yeah.
is bigger than his. So that's important for the story. So we're like, okay, what happened? Yada yada. Okay, hands, physical violence. Okay, you have marks. All right, felony. Boom, arrest. We'll write your restraining order. Yada yada. We call a female unit. Like, hey, can we get a female officer for a search? Boom. Female gets there, and we're like, hey, Rosa, take this fucker back. This female, take her back and search her, please, and transport her to the station for us. We'll be there. We're just going to finish up the paperwork here. Cool. No problem. And they're happy to help because it's late at night. Everybody wants to stay on something in case something crazy happens, like a fucking DUITC.
Right.
They want
Right.
to be on something. So
You're like, oh no, I can't go to that. I'm already busy.
I have a body.
I'm happy to help
So-
and sit on your body so I don't catch that freaking.
We're in our way back and we're looking at this ID and we're like, Michael, Michelle. I'm pretty sure I look at my partner. I'm like, I don't think that's how you spell Michelle. That's Michael, but it's a female on the fucking photo.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's not how you spell Michelle. That's Michael. And my partner looks and he goes, well, that's a female, bro. They just probably spelt weird. And I'm like, we still aren't putting it to fucking together. We get to the station. We're typing another unit. Like, hey, have you got to the station?
Did the ID say female?
Huh?
Did the ID say female?
No, it said male.
Oh.
We still weren't putting it together because what we had saw and spoke to was fucking like out of this world. So we're typing and we're like in our car IMs to the other unit, like, hey, like, did you search that? Did you search her? What'd you find? No one's getting back. And then we get something like real ominous, like, are you fucking serious? We're like, huh, that was weird. So I'm fucking texting and I text her and I'm like, hey, what's up, Rosa? Like, what's going on? And she's like, don't fucking talk to me. And we get in there and we're like, what's going on? And I look at my buddy Toro, and I'm like, hey, dude, what the fuck is going on? Stand by. So we get there and we're inside of the station. And I'm like, hey, so what's going on? What'd you send that weird thing? She's like, are you fucking serious? You had me search a fucking dude. I got a handful of cock. That was the biggest dick I've ever put in my hands. I was like, what the fuck? What, are you serious? That's a female. What are you talking about? That's a fucking man, dude. That guy has the biggest dick I've ever felt. That thing is fucking massive. And I look at my partner and I go, makes sense about the dick shaming.
Yeah.
You know, it's all clicking. And she's like, you're a fucking asshole. You knew. I was like, I didn't know. I was staring at the fucking boobs, dude. Those things are fucking double D's, dude. Those are huge. I didn't know it was dark. I couldn't see. Like, I can't see an Adam's apple. This person's been on hormones for the past 8 years, because we kind of started putting 2 and 2 together, like hormones. And I was like, oh shit, dude. They're trans.
Dick with a dick.
Yeah. Yeah, been on hormones, and we finally start putting it together. It took us about an hour from getting all that information, even seeing male, because of what we were seeing with our eyes was fucking crazy. And then she's like, I'm not searching, have fun. And I'm like, I can't search. It has boobs. What am I supposed to do?
Well, that's the weird thing. Like, what do you do?
So I called.
Do you search the bottom half and she searched the top half?
Exactly. Yes, 100%.
That's hilarious.
I called the jail and I was like, hey, what do I do in this situation? They're like, you're going to have to search bottom and a female is going to have to search the top. I'm like, but could I search the top if I had to? They're like, yeah, because it's a male. But because of the age that we're in right now, you might want to get accused of grabbing. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I was like, that's crazy. But dude, I felt so bad for my female partner because she didn't believe us for the longest time. And I was just, and we started uncontrollably laughing because she's fucking dude.
Right.
Well, it's fucking, like, it was a pipe, dude.
I told you about the DV that they couldn't figure out, right? I was not there. This was not me. No. It was these 2 officers were on a DV. I swear I told you this story. The 2 officers on the DV, they separate the male and female. And the male says, you know, I was trying to get some sleep, and you know, my sister, I work at night, my sister comes in here. Right? I told you that? Yeah. That's that same level of surprise, right? That's yeah. For those of you,
Why you tell our personal business?
Tell people? Like I the long story short, you guys, I don't even know what episode I told this on, but when they separated the male and the male says that's my sister, and the female says that's my husband.
Yeah.
And it turns out both were correct.
Yep.
They were common law married, and they were also brother and sister, but had different fathers.
Incestual
Or different mothers. Different fathers. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that's the kind of like surprises that you can get in this job.
Yeah.
100%.
Dude, I was like, no way that's a dude. I walk in, I was like, hey man, are you a male? No, I'm a female. Do you have a penis? Yes. So you're a male.
Mm-hmm.
No, female. I'm like, look, I have to put this down on the in-doc for the fucking jail. I'm gonna put male, and I'm gonna say you are in transition and you have boobs. No, I'm a female. I'm like, look, dude,
I don't give a shit what you say you are.
You can go if we put you, and I tried to explain it. I was like, look, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be cruel or unusual punishment here. Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. But if we put you into a cell with females, you can technically have sex and impregnate those females, and we cannot have that inside of a jail. Right. So you will be kept in your own cell by yourself, no one else. Because she's like, I don't feel comfortable with the men. They're gonna rape me. And I was like, we're probably gonna, yeah, you're probably right. But we don't also
technically they would be sodomizing her.
Yeah, but you're gonna rape. You could rape other females,
right? So
we can't have that. So it's this weird catch-22 the jails are going through at that time, and I still don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be doing now. Like, but it was crazy. Yeah,
I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this shit. If we have anybody listening that has, like, what do you do with the tranny story? Everybody knows the tranny with the lobster claw story, right? Like, just it. Those are surprises you don't need.
No, better looking female than was a dude, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's what it is. I wouldn't. Yeah. So as we go through these videos that we have, we have a little bit of a theme, and then we'll end with a nightmare, because we found a video of a cop nightmare actually happening in real time. And Chuck and I were talking about, we both had this nightmare for sure.
Oh, lots of times.
Yeah. But let's start with a little bit of, I guess, panic. This is why you don't want to, this is why stress academies are supposed to be the thing, right? I don't know this officer. I don't know anything about her. Other than, Chuck, you said she's pregnant?
Yep.
Okay.
She's apparently she's a pregnant officer. That's what the video said.
Yeah. But you don't really see, in fact, you don't really see much. So we'll just show this video. Do you want to tee it up?
Yeah. So it looks like a female officer is following a vehicle. The vehicle is either failing to yield or there's some fucking craziness going on. So it looks like she's almost in like a pursuit, like a really slow moving pursuit. Vehicle starts driving erratic, starts turning around, starts ramming. She ends up hitting this vehicle, and twice. One hits it from the rear, and then the other is a head on.
Right.
And then it stops, and a good Samaritan helps subdue.
Yeah. So this is where mental preparation and mental toughness come into account, and you'll hear why when we see the video. So here we go.
100%.
146 income. There's a biker. I'm not going to take Old Denver Highway. He has a tire iron.
So he's. First of all, let me pause it right there, because I've got to talk about this for a second. He's driving away on what looks like a rural road, and she's chasing him. Kind of, he turns, and she says the words "felony stop." I don't know why. Like, was she trying to tell people she needed to felony stop this? It was like she was.
It was not a felony stop.
It was. I mean, this is what I don't get. Like, people hear, for those of you listening to this, if you hear the words "felony stop," it's not a felony. This is, the car turns sideways and he throws the tire iron out the car. He's clearly, gangster in a summer uniform, crisp white shirt, shaved head, tattoos. And he throws the tire iron out of the car, and she hits him side, rear, whatever, and says felony stop for no reason. So let's
Not gonna take
I don't
Old
know.
Denver Highway. He has a tire iron. Felony stop.
she bumps him.
146 income. There's a biker. No, he just. Get off the road. Okay, get off the road. He's dangerous. Get off.
So she pulls over to tell the biker to get off the road. He's dangerous. He's down the road now. He's gone.
Oh yeah.
This guy's taken off. Like he swerved a little bit. The biker, this okay. And she's
Yeah. Dude.
So,
Road. He's dangerous. Get
he
off
is
the road.
dangerous.
He sounds like a boot.
146 income. He is still driving down 63. We're going towards into Pecos. He attempted to hit a person on a bike. 146 income. There are more people on the bikes. I'm gonna hit him. Head on. 146 income. He's still going. He's crashing my vehicle intentionally as well.
So
You just
he
hold on.
turns around
But
and
you
he
said
heads
you were gonna
straight
hit him.
for her. Heads straight for her. And she says, I'm going to hit him. And then he hits her.
If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, fucking do it. Accelerate into that motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, what were you going to say?
Like, oh shit.
Okay, here we go. So,
This is just
Head
wild.
on. 146 income. He's still going. He's
still going.
crashing my vehicle intentionally as well.
crashing my vehicle intentionally. He's
We're
crashing
here
my
at the two.
vehicle.
He's on foot. 146 income. He's running at
The
me.
man jumped out of the SUV and ran up to the hood of the officer's car and began smashing the windshield before taking off on foot.
Yeah. So
let's go
what's
back.
gonna come up is something that I'm like
146 income. He's running
irks
at me.
me so bad.
Stop!
I'm like,
Oh, that irks me.
command presence. Good command presence.
Good, great command. That's
I'm
stunning
gonna
and brave.
fucking chase you,
This is just
dude.
stunning and brave.
Stop!
Dude, he has like a fucking
Stop! Stop!
I don't know what something in it, man.
He is it his sandal? Is he giving her car a chanclazo?
Yeah, dude. He's fucking hit with a chocolate, dude.
Yeah, because he's limping because he's got no shoe on.
Fuck it, that's
No.
ADW, bro.
Okay, so then he's hitting the windshield. She gets back in the car. He starts to run, and
Yeah.
the next thing you know, fucking, I don't even know. Like,
It's so much bad shit is going on right now.
Yeah.
It's like I don't
How
know
do-
if she's afraid to take action because she's pregnant, but if she's pregnant and she's afraid to take action, why are you on the street? Why are you
Right.
on the, why,
this,
why are you putting
she's
yourself
lucky
in
she is not dead. So he turns around and he runs towards her, and then she hits him with the car, just like a little love tap.
so great?
Stop!
And
Threatens to tase him so many times.
I
but
know.
doesn't do it.
Don't let
this
me
could be the
pin.
point to tase him.
Stop!
Oh.
Yep.
Stop! Don't fucking do it!
Cut it out, cut it out, cut it out.
Thank you.
Cut it out.
Stop! Stop!
Cut it
He's
the
trying
fuck
to.
out.
He's trying
This
to.
is the dumbest way to handcuff,
Oh my god!
first of all.
No, he's.
Because now he has a
trying to
weapon.
Get out the clip, get out the clip.
Is this guy a cop?
I don't know what he is.
He looks
But
like he has a cop haircut, and he's got technique. He's got jujitsu training. He's got him in an.
Cut it the fuck out. He's there.
Gabriel might be.
He's here.
What's
He's also got cop glasses on.
Stop!
He does.
Resisting!
Leave the fuck out.
I was thinking military.
Yeah.
Yes, back the
And
fuck up.
now he's got one cuff on. He's swinging it around. We've seen that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
he's trained.
Cut it out.
So like,
At this point, you
I'm
drive
gonna
them.
tase you watch.
I'm gonna
Why
fucking
is she-
tase you.
Cut
Stop!
it out.
Okay. Oh my god! Oh my god! She puts the taser on his face. She puts the taser on his face.
Like, the only reason why you should be putting a taser to someone's face is if you're going to use it as a fucking impact weapon and start beating the fucking piss out of him. There should be no reason why you put darts into his cheek.
She's
his throat.
literally, it's like it's going to be a contact headshot with a firearm. Only
a taser.
oh my god!
Now it's on his throat.
I'm gonna fucking tase you.
Just fucking tase him.
Do it. Exactly.
If I was this guy, I'd be like, bitch, tase him.
Yeah. Do it already. Stop saying it. Why isn't she tase him by now?
No, he's
actively
actively wrestling.
146 income, 1 mile detained. We're on
No, you don't.
63.
No, you.
He's not detained.
You don't. He's not even. You've got one combative.
Hold up, I need to tell you.
Shut the fuck
Oh, they cuffed him from the front.
Hold up.
You guys are fucked.
You guys
My
are fucked.
girlfriend didn't take me home.
Shut the fuck up.
Are you sure? Because
Dude, this guy's got to be high or
Yes,
something.
thank you.
100% methed out of his mind, dude.
Shut up. Keep
Now here come the police.
punching it. Shut up. I checked him for weapons, but yeah, I'm pregnant. So I need to get
I bet you she's newly pregnant.
Stop.
Because if you got to tell people you're pregnant,
Up now. You understand?
Yes.
Well then, up.
Leave me alone.
Be quiet.
Now you're going to have to uncuff him and recuff him.
yes.
I surrender.
He's going to bite you.
This proves me
You have
Why
to
does
put your
he
hands
have-
in front of his mouth.
Okay, so now he's got his hands like up by his head, underneath him. He's on his stomach. Arms are placed out in front of him like Superman style. And he's
Right.
pulling back towards his mouth, and then she's reaching down where his mouth.
He has a tire on some, but I can't find it now.
Horrible tactics.
He left it at my unit.
Oh.
I wanted to, but I just put him on.
You're gonna break my fucking wrist.
What should we do?
Oh, let it go.
What should he do?
Let me go
Let me.
No.
is my favorite.
Shut up.
Oh, I surrender.
Dude, this makes me so angry that he's not getting the shit kicked out of him right
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna take one off,
Oh,
but I'm gonna
he
hold
should
that
have been
wrist like
tased a
that.
long time ago.
Or
Or shot when he fucking climbed on top of your vehicle and started beating the fucking piss out of it.
Or just drive over him.
100%.
Told you to stop. Be quiet.
She's scared.
Quiet.
Yeah.
This is failure to engage. This is seriously, if dude, I would have written her up.
Uh-huh.
I'd have fucking written her up. Minimum,
Stop. Pull
like,
it up. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. Hold up.
She should never made it off probation.
Hold up, let me grab it.
No.
Here you go. Stop.
no. But
Stop. He tried to grab my gun. Shut up. I don't trust
he
you.
tried to grab her gun.
Oh, why didn't you, like, fuck him up then?
What the fuck? This just gets better and better, bro.
Dude.
So now he's bent over, or not bent over. He's kind of like hunched over on his stomach with his.
Okay.
Oh my god, this is insane to
I'm
me.
gonna get gloves and stuff. I'm gonna just put him down. I can do this.
I can do this.
Let's set him up because he's on his. At least on his.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
This is terrible. I'm not the guy. My wife is the person to badmouth female cops. If you want to talk to somebody, my wife will straight up tell you that if she calls the cops and a female cop shows up to the door, she's gonna be like, "Send me a fucking man."
41, he went head on with.
Yeah.
She's in a bike.
The driver is a 39-year-old
Bicycle.
Hispanic male named Jimenez,
Male as
Yeah.
well.
and now okay. So that's it. So they got him in custody now, right?
Dude, like, the
What?
whole video is fucked up. Like, if you have a ramming policy and you can ram, right? You fucking hit him. Like, don't just love tap him. Fucking, if he's has a fucking tire on at his driver's side door and you can ram him and you say you're going to, fucking center punch that fucking vehicle and disable it.
Well, okay. So I'm gonna ram him, or I'm gonna hit him. Then she doesn't. He hits her,
Mhm.
and then she screams like that high-pitched, shrill,
Yeah.
woman on a roller coaster. You know, stop. Not very effective.
It's not intimidating at all.
No.
It's
It's
like you're scared.
He was, dude. I guarantee. He was emboldened by her lack of command presence and her lack of confidence. Right.
This is how cops get killed.
Yes, right. Do you remember that one, the female cop that goes to cuff up that big black dude and he just pummels her on the vehicle camera right in front of her vehicle camera, rearranges her face like she had to retire, like almost killed her.
Yeah.
And that's this, right? That's
100%.
It very easily could have gone that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like it said Seattle. I don't know if it was Washington State Police or what department it was. but it didn't look like Seattle PD. I will say this though, like this is why academies shouldn't be like college. This is why academies should be like boot camp.
Right, you weed people out.
Because yes, or take the people that just need to toughen up and get their, like that's the thing. You'll either quit or you'll toughen up, right? That's the whole point.
Right. That's like what the Marine Corps says. Like we're gonna break you down to build you back up.
Right, and they know how, they've been doing it successfully for a very long time,
and it's very high stress.
Right,
and academies used to be that way, and there are so many academies now. And I find it a lot more in like liberal states where you'll have PDs that are super college atmosphere because they want people to fucking pass, right? They don't want the extra stress of stuff. And then they kind of try to bring up the stress in like, so after you do the classroom, they'll try to bring up the stress in like scenario-based stuff. Right. And it's still not like high stress. Like you get way more shit in the field, and people are just like a deer in the headlights when they go out into the street, and that's dangerous because that not only puts you at risk, but it puts your partner at risk too, right? And the civilians' lives you're supposed to be protecting. And this chick, she's scared the whole fucking time. She says she's going to do something, she doesn't do it. She hesitates, and then when the suspect gets out of the fucking vehicle and starts bashing her window in, she goes, "I'm going to tase you. I'm going to fucking tase you." Never does it. Then it looks like he's going to attempt to carjack that guy because he gets out, and then the guy takes him down, which is probably a fucking Good Samaritan off-duty cop or military of some sort. And he takes him down with good ground control techniques and jujitsu, right? Not perfect, but it's
doing an arm bar, and
he kept hooks in the whole time. Like he was controlling the suspect the whole time.
Way better than she was.
100% she didn't do dick. And then she says, "I'm gonna fucking tease you," and then puts it into his face like a scare tactic. If you're gonna fucking tease him, dude, she should have tased him.
Yeah, 100%. Drive stun him right in the fucking ass cheek or right in the back,
or contact shot right in the chest,
right in the chest.
Put it to his ankle.
Yeah, for sure.
And get him to turn over.
Right.
Just keep going until he
just ride the lightning, baby. That's why we made the T-shirt.
Exactly. And then she doesn't do it. She doesn't utilize her tools. And this bugs me so much. And I'm sure it bugs you because this is how cops get killed. This is how people get killed.
So my wife had a list of names. And if anything bad happened to me on duty, whether I was injured or killed, and any of these cops were involved, like they were working that night and on the call, I told her, if you know that any of these cops were involved when I get hurt or injured or killed, I want you to immediately get a lawyer and subpoena all the training records for that cop and sue the department, because they were cops that I knew had done stupid shit,
right? And
were soup sandwiches. And I never wondered, I would not bid shifts with them. The only way it was going to happen is if I got stuck on a shift with them or got stuck on a squad with them. Now, most of them were, day shift weenies that, like the Monday through Friday weekends off, take the cold theft reports. And hey, that was great because I fucking hated that shit.
Exactly.
But
those are the good desk officers.
Oh, dude. Okay. All right. So this one is
just
this is another pursuit. So here we go. So you want to tee this one up for us? Tell us what we got.
So this is a state police. I don't know if it's Georgia. Might be Georgia. I know we've seen a lot from Georgia lately. Oh, fuck. But it's a pursuit, and a good pit is used and utilized, and a car goes careening off the road and gets airborne. However, it does look like it's over 35 miles an hour, which would make it out of policy for California. I am not too sure in the state.
Is that the law in California?
Yeah, over 35 miles an hour. But if you have specific training like CHP, I know they can pit at higher speeds as long as the
you have to have been to high speed pit maneuver school and be trained to when you can do it and when it's safe and blah blah blah.
Right. For us, for us, we can only go 35. And I don't know if that's exactly a law because my dad was CHP, right? And he used to tell me that they can pit at higher speeds, but that was a long time ago. My dad retired in 2005, so that could have changed. And I don't know CHP policies and stuff now, but back then they could pit at higher speeds because they were trained at higher speed pit maneuvers and could do shit like that. However, this for us, when we were getting trained and going through pit school and like EVOC and all that stuff, we could only, because we're city, law enforcement, we could only pit at 35, because if it was going too much and you pitted someone, they're going to go into someone's fucking house or a business or hitting people on the sidewalk or fucking crazy shit, right? And then if it was on the freeways, we would relinquish control to CHP. So this is a different state. Now, I'm not quite sure on their policy. However, this is a beautifully executed fucking pit, and it ends in fucking the Dukes of Hazzard status.
So I'm looking it up. Let's see. You have to report, right? A pit maneuver to CHP. LA County Sheriff says not over 35.
They can't even fucking touch a car, though. They won't touch a car. Their pursuit policy for the sheriff's department is like nothing. They don't have
they can't find it.
They won't touch.
So here you go. Oh, and dude, some of those southern states, dude, them bubble cops, they'll pitch you at 100. They don't care.
Yeah. Oh, and it's good to know that they don't need to have prior authorization to pit. If they know they can pit someone, they just do it.
Okay, so he's a white like minivan. Yeah, they're going at a good clip, dude. That's pretty high speed for a pit.
That's like 80, 90 miles an hour, 60, maybe 80.
70, 80.
Yeah. It wasn't that great of a pit.
So he hits this minivan and it goes up and off the freeway and rolls. It goes up and off and then bounces and rolls over.
Yeah. You get a couple different views.
Yeah, let's see here. Anyway.
So I thought that was a different video. That was not the greatest pit, but because they were going at such a high rate of speed, when he clips the bumper, he goes off. Now I thought I was thinking about the other video. There's so many pursuit videos that I've watched over the past few days, and that was not the perfect pit. But it was interesting.
Yeah. So here's a good example of a perfect pit. Now, this is how you fucking pit in Canada, boys and girls. This is the pit of a tractor. They're chasing a John Deere fucking tractor, and it's ramming the cop car. It's like running into sideswiping the cop car, and they just lean into it, and it doesn't take much, dude. That thing, it's like, so you see the tires going in, so the cop just push gently over and gets under the tire, and that tire just touches the cop car and rolls the whole fucking tractor.
Yeah, that is a no-go, dude. You cannot do that. That's not good.
Can't pit a tractor.
I'd be surprised if that cop kept his job.
I would be willing to bet he did.
Really? In Canada?
I would be willing to bet he did.
Oh man, that's fucking wild, bro. Because I know, like, okay, different country, got it. Okay, even though we're pretty close, but different country, right? If we were to do that here in the States, you'd lose your fucking job.
Pitting a tractor?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's unsafe. If you were going to try to do that, you're fucking let that motherfucker run out of steam. At least for us, like we would lose our fucking job.
I don't know if you'd lose your job. You'd probably take some days on the beach. If you had a track record, then maybe. But if it's the one incident and you can justify, like, public safety wise, they might give you some days on the beach and retrain you for violation of policy. But I don't know.
If he's suspecting you do it, okay,
right.
Fucking King's X. But
if it's because he's driving a tractor on the freeway and won't failure to yield, that's
I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's fucking iffy. In those tractors, you can't. You're not gonna be able to spike strip those.
No.
Those aren't regular tires. Those are fucking solid rubber, dude.
Okay, so I brought one for you, brother, and I want you to watch this one. And I don't want to say anything about it. I just want you to see it unfold. Okay. So let's see it. Oh wait, no, this is the one you sent me. This is. So now this one, you want to tee this one up?
Okay, so it looks like there's some sort of disturbance at a home, and they're doing some sort of knock and talk. I don't know what the exact call is, but copper's walking up to the front door, knocks on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of is like lackadaisical, looking around, what I call tombstone courage. And kind of like, just a mundane call, yada yada. Fucking knocks on door opens, she looks, and it is a fucking woman with a butcher knife, and then it gets spicy real quick.
So I will So we'll just watch it, and then I'll talk about a very famous case in LA history. But that was another female cop. Okay, so she stands off to the side a little bit.
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
King up in 157, I just been fucking stabbed! Drop the fucking knife! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the fucking ground! Shots fired!
Put that fucking knife down right now.
So her partner shows
Get
up,
on the ground!
and all of a sudden the
Get away
phone.
from that knife!
Fuck her.
Good. She shot her car tire though.
Put that fucking knife down right now.
Oh, is that? I just heard that. That's the hissing noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So she comes out. Now, what the fuck, dude? Like, do you have any backstory on why this woman comes out with a knife?
I have no idea. I just thought it was good, like position and situational awareness. Every time I would go to a house, if there were steps, I would knock on the door and I would step down off the steps just in case someone came out, because now I have time and distance separating me, and time and distance makes everything. It gives you better reaction time and things like that. And if you try to backpedal off those fucking stairs with someone with a butcher knife, you're gonna eat shit. So you have to have that in mind every fucking time you go knock on a door. You never stand in front of it. You blade it, but you blade it if you don't have fucking stairs. If you have stairs, step down off the fucking stairs and get to where you have a good angle to where as soon as that door opens, you can see inside that home, regardless of whatever the fucking type of call it is, because you never know. A noise disturbance, just a loud party call could turn into a fucking full-on Donnybrook. Could turn into partners getting fucking stabbed, fucking shot. It could lead into creep. So you never know. So protect yourself.
Rule number 1, get off the fucking porch.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? If it's an elevated porch,
Get off.
get off the porch. Right?
Yeah.
And stand, she stands off to the side, but she must be standing literally right at the stairs, bro. To be the distance. And that's not a great place to be, because like you said, you're going to go ass over tea kettle when you have to back up. Right.
100%.
So get off the porch. Right. Let them come to you. Put that like reaction. We called it the reactionary gap. I don't know what kids are calling it today, but we called it the reactionary gap. Right. It's the same reason when you talk to somebody and you're FIing somebody, you got to be a minimum of a kick and a half away. Right.
Exactly.
Like that personal bubble. Right. Well, when you're unwrapping a shitbag present, which is what I like to think of when you're knocking on doors, you don't know what you're going to get on the other side, right?
Yeah.
We don't know why she's there. Do we know why she was there?
I have no idea.
Okay. She's okay. I'm going to say this. Remember that list of cops that my wife was told?
Yeah.
Okay. One of them was a female cop who the department saw no problem with her going and doing warrant service alone at misdemeanor warrants. So she would go and arrest people at their homes. She'd go to the warrant book. She'd grab warrants, and she would just go to their house, knock on the door, and arrest people alone, which is against policy for
100%.
us.
Yeah.
And I brought it up. I'm like, why is she going and serving warrants alone? This is one of the reasons why they didn't like me. I said, why is she serving warrants alone? And they're, well, it's just traffic warrants and stuff like that. It's just little petty theft. I'm like, I don't care. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, this is the same one who, when she was a cadet for us, she had a party. She was 19 years old, 19-year-old cadet. She had a party. And loud party call. Cops get called, right? And we head out to the party. And it's her house. We know it's her house. We know she lives there. We know we're going to our own cadet's house for a loud party call. There's also nothing in our policy that says if you're a 19-year-old cadet, you can't have a loud party. You just, should probably do the right things when the police department shows up at the door.
100%.
Not run out the back. flee on foot out the back of the residence. We knew she did it. They saw that she did it.
Huh?
Our female lieutenant took pity on her and hired her anyway as a cop. And then was okay with her going and serving warrants by herself.
Wow. That's fucking wild. That's wild. Now, I will say, we're not trying to bash on female cops. It's just a lot of times that we've seen is command presence, or they're scared, or whatever. And I've seen that in male cops too. But this female cop, the only really fucked up thing she did is not get off that fucking porch. She got stabbed. She continued to fight. She did deliver rounds downrange. And when they started kind of backing up, they did have a decent triangle on her, except when the shooting started, instead of going towards her partner, she went towards the other way, to her right, towards the house, and her partner's off towards the left to the street. Now it's almost getting into her crossfire. The good thing it didn't continue to go, because then they should be shooting at her partner. And I think it's a shitty situation. I think it ended okay. I think the main fatal flaw, two flaws, was one, lackadaisical, what is it? What the fuck's that word I'm looking for? Complacency. Complacency on there. Just like, oh, it's whatever, kind of like looking around. Like, it's good to keep your head on a swivel, but if you're going to a call, you should probably go there with your fucking partner, wait till your partner arrives. Right. So you can have two people at the door with you, and then get off the fucking porch. So those two things, the complacency and not getting off the porch to get out of that zone, that kill box.
She was in condition. She was like completely just like she was knocking on the door to deliver a pizza, bro. She was so nonchalant. This woman comes out with a knife, and she go. I love the what the fuck. That's such a
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Play it back.
What? She goes, what the fuck? Like, that's messed up. Like, totally shocked by it.
What the fuck?
Oh, wow.
HQ number 157, I just been fucking stabbed.
So she says, I've just been fucking stabbed over the radio. Right?
Wow. I just thought, what the fuck? Like, bro.
Yeah. Right. And she retreats.
Shit off those stairs.
What's that?
I'm surprised she didn't eat shit off those stairs.
Yeah, me too. So then she backs up, and her partner gets there, and the tone changes.
Drop the fucking knife!
So as she points her gun at her, she's still on the porch.
Get on the fucking ground!
So here's the one I don't get. In this situation, the woman is coming off the porch, and she says, "Get on the fucking ground," right?
Fucking ground!
Boom. Hand goes down. Doesn't it look like she's about to get on the ground?
Well, I think I see the knife right there. The bar is covering it, but the knife is on the ground.
Is that the knife on the ground?
You're giving confusing commands. You're telling her to get on the ground, but there's a knife right there, right? So that is another fucked up portion. Like, you can't give someone commands and then shoot them because they're following what you're doing, right?
Is that the knife right there on the ground?
Except she shouldn't have said that. She just should have fucking been like, fucking put your fucking hands up, turn around, face away from me.
Yeah.
And then trying to get her away from that knife.
So she pops her one when she reaches for the knife, or tries to, because the woman stands back up.
Right.
And then her partner gets there, and he this is the amazing part. Like, she's standing there doing nothing. The cop's got the female cop's got her gun pointed. This guy, pies it off and basically flanks her. Right. So they've got her in a nice L shape, which is good for him. Right. He showed some good judgment. Right. And then she goes down, but he's too fucking close, bro. So she takes the knife up. She's on the ground. There's a knife right there. She picks up the knife and boom.
Look at where he is in relation to her muzzle. That's scary.
That? Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's close. That's what, 10 feet.
Yeah.
And then
that must have been a headshot. Yeah. She crumpled.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more than two things. And this is why I think this is just like a blatant fucking blanket statement. Everyone, in the academy, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground. Okay.
Right.
Pause for a second. Okay. What if there's a gun or a knife on the fucking ground? You tell them to get
Right.
on the ground and then you put them on top of that gun or that knife or right next to it. I actually had that happen to me on probation. And it was a salty, training officer. And
Mhm.
we had just had a multi ADW, fuck attempt murder suspect going around stabbing people and slicing their throats, on the street. And we were coming up on him and I saw him out my window. I said, partner, stop. Fucking suspect armed with 2 fucking knives like this and a cordless phone. So he had 2 knives in the hand and a cordless fucking phone. And I come out and I'm like, I'm going to shoot this person. Like I'm fucking 6 months out. No, not even 6 months, like 5.5 months out from the academy. And I'm like, oh shit, we're in a gang neighborhood. It's bad. This dude is good for at least 2 attempt murders and an ADW stabbing, right? Which you could argue 3 attempt murders, right? And I see him and I fucking, dude, don't fucking move. I'll shoot you. You come near me, I'm going to fucking shoot you. I don't never say get on the fucking ground because I have to give commands to drop those fucking knives, right? Toss the knives, then turn away from me and then back up and then sidestep and then get on the ground to make him in a more adequate position for us and a safer position for me and my partner, right? Which is, I think academies need to stress that more than just that blanket statement, get on the fucking ground. No. Hold on. Turn away from me. Drop the fucking knives. Back up to the sound of my voice.
Better
to the right or to the left.
Yeah, better instructions.
Yeah, my fucking partner proned this fucking person out because he took over and proned his ass out where the knives were. And I said, partner, I gotta move. I hit this person. I gotta move the suspect. I said, listen to the commands I'm about to give you. Get up onto your fucking knees and waddle your ass to the right, your left.
Right.
And I gave clear and concise commands to get away. And then I said, now turn around on your fucking knees and then face away from me. And then go on your stomach and make yourself like a fucking airplane and put your palms up and your feet out to the side, touching your ankles to the ground.
Right.
And it worked. And we came up, we hooked him up, and it was fucking either that dude was going to charge, we were going to dump him or whatever. But if I had let my partner, and this, I'm a boot, right? This dude has 35 fucking years on the job. If I would have let someone with 35 years on the job prone this person out and me just be the trainee fucking has zero fucking experience, right? And I just go along with it and not use my better judgment, we're putting ourselves in a bad position. And that dude can grab those knives and stab one of us. And then we get into shooting. And then it's a good shoot, but it's tactics leading up to it are out of fucking policy. And I think that's what these academies need to start straying away from. They need to start emboldening their officers to think for them fucking selves, give them the mechanics, but also tell them, don't always say get on the fucking ground, right? Turn away from me, put your fucking hands up, drop the knife, drop the gun.
Everybody says just get on the ground, get on the ground. And what the fuck is on the ground?
Yeah, like, it's confusing. You have to give commands. And why would you prone that fucking person out facing you? Turn away from me.
Why would you prone them out on a knife? Right?
Exactly.
Like, you need to understand there is just as easy for her to say, sit on the fucking porch, stick your feet out in front of you and cross your ankles and put your hands on top of your fucking head.
Right.
Right? You could do that. You could say literally fucking, jump over, go down over in front of my police car and fucking sit down on the curb. Like you can do all these different things. So don't just get that's tunnel vision. It's that you're just that's all you know. That's all that's in your vocabulary.
Because the moment in training, the moment you get the person on the ground and you do the touch, okay, scenario over, right?
Right.
That's kind of like there's too much of this repetition, this repetitiveness, and it's getting officers into trouble because their memory, their muscle memory in their brain, right, immediately goes to get on the fucking ground. Okay, well, pump the fucking brakes. Like you got to think for yourself. Like, yes, eventually you're going to get on the ground, but you have to have the other steps leading up to it. And you have to give clear instructions because criminals are stupid. Suspects are stupid. You really have to give commands that really speak to them. Hey, numbnuts, face away from me. Put your hands up. Side step to your right. Come down.
When I came on the job, my dad told me, he goes, don't say freeze to people.
Never.
And I was like, why? And he goes, that's movie shit. That's movie cop shit. He goes, not everybody's going to know what the fuck freeze means. What if English is their second language?
Yeah.
And you say freeze and they're like, what does temperature have to do with it? Right.
Exactly.
You give clear, concise commands. Right. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is our last one. And this is my literal nightmare when we have cop dreams, right? We talk about cop dreams. And I've said before, when I have to shoot somebody in a dream, it always goes like this for me.
100%.
And so this is why I'm bringing this up is, what do we always say? We don't shoot to kill, right? We shoot to stop.
Yeah.
Shoot to stop, right? You stop the threat. And you keep shooting until the threat stops, right? If you mag dump somebody, you fucking mag dump somebody, right? Whatever it is. Okay. So here we go. This guy starts approaching this officer. I have no context, but he's clearly a whack. He's a fucking ding or something. He starts approaching this officer, and literally, I haven't counted him, but the graphic on the screen says that the cop shoots this guy 14 times.
I don't doubt it.
14 times. And we will, for those of you listening, we will say when we're going to start the video. That's when the guy starts walking towards the cop. Cop starts backing up, tactically backing up. First of all, he's too fucking close to begin with, I think. If you're going to point your gun at somebody, that's too fucking close, right?
Yeah.
He starts backing up. We will say when the suspect goes down. Okay.
Man, shoot his ass!
Oh, there you go. He hits him with.
Shoot his ass!
Now he goes down.
Damn!
Fuck, dude.
Okay. So he's walking up to him. He has some sort of stick or piece of wood or board in his hands. The cop puts his arm up. He whacks the cop with the stick, and he's clearly aggressive. He's got like a good 8 to 10 inches of height on this cop. And
oh, that's a big ass stick, dude.
It's a big stick
with it.
Yeah, he hit him in the hand with it, right? And you can see like he comes down hard. Now I don't know how much mass this thing has. It looks like it breaks, but he comes back with the stick again. Now, what do you think? They're like 6 feet away, 6 feet apart.
Well, originally when he got hit, they were like 3 feet apart.
Yeah.
And then
Now he backs up a little bit. The guy increases his
Shoot
pace.
his ass!
Yeah.
Damn!
And the guy is angry, like he's making a mad face. None of those rounds seem to have any effect.
No.
None
at all. Why is he shooting one-handed though? I don't get it.
Probably because he fucked up his other hand. He was using that hand for defense, right? He put his hand up to block the fucking thing. I think he's got that hand free in case he has to block another hit from the stick.
Okay, that makes sense.
Just starts shooting one-handed. And this guy is just inhuman.
Did you think all those rounds hit him?
I think I think at that distance they had to have. I keep looking at his shirt trying to see like any impacts or anything.
I see a couple. You see a few.
Damn!
Okay. Dude, he's 10 rings him 4 times right there in that booth.
He's still breathing. Rolls over.
Oh shit!
Gasping. Yeah, there's the blood. He's gasping like a fish. And he's fucked. I love the guy. Oh damn! And I have a feeling the guy filming that was a black guy. Just put it out there, just based on the reaction. Wasn't just you can't see, but if he was a black guy, I'm sure he's like, oh, thank God he shot the white dude.
How that crazy old man take that many fucking rounds? And I'll tell you, when people are angry and they have adrenaline, it takes more than one round. It's not like in the movies where you shoot someone, they fly off their fucking feet. They can take rounds when they're angry and they're just not in their fucking right mind.
Because they're willing to die. Rounds. They know they're going to die.
Yeah.
Like he was perfectly okay with it.
He was taking it like a fucking, like the fucking Hulk just.
So now I want to, the reason I picked that clip to play after the knife clip. What if that stick had been the knife?
You'd be fucked.
That cop would have been stabbed repeatedly.
Yeah.
Before that guy went down.
They both would have been dead.
Yeah. Right. Because that thing can stop that knife.
You see the copper in that there was a long time ago, probably about 10 years ago now. this I think it was a deputy. He got into, and I don't know where in the country it was, but he got into a fight with this dude with a knife, and this fucking deputy got filleted in the side of his fucking head, down and on his shoulder or some shit. And they showed the sutures and the wound of how deadly a fucking knife is, and at close quarters. And this fucking cop is lucky to be alive, and he had over like I think 100 something fucking sutures in him. It was bad. It was fucking bad, like really bad. And that would have been a knife. This poor, like this copper, he's not in the best shape. He looks like a roly poly. And he's not backing up too fast there. If that would have been a knife, he would have been fucking done.
Right. Well, that's my nightmare, that you shoot and the gun has no effect. And I know some people have they squeeze the trigger and nothing happens, right? Some people have the trigger's like impossible to squeeze. They can't, they don't have this. It's just locked in place.
Dude.
Some people have like it's a squishy trigger, and my gun always works, but the bullets have no effect.
So you've had the dream over and over again where your gun works?
Mm-hmm.
So I've had it like
a
couple different ways where you go to pull it and you're trying to pull it spongy, or you're trying to pull it in as hard as you can and it doesn't go off, and then finally it goes off and then the bullet comes out and it goes boo, and it's like slow motion. Or this one where you're drilling rounds and you're just going to slide lock and nothing's happening, and the dude confronts you and shoots you or stabs you. I've had that dream. I've had all these fucking dreams. This is wild, dude.
Yeah.
And it's shit like this that causes it.
By the way, I want to end on a fun note. Do you remember the show Dragnet?
Yeah.
I loved that show growing up, and I found this online. It's floating around. You probably have seen it. It is a scene from Dragnet where Dragnet was in the 60s, guys, 50s and 60s, right? And Joe Friday is the detective, and he gives this speech. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Maybe.
It's a young guy who he's kind of talking to this kid. Him and his partner are talking to this kid. And the guy's like, the kid, like when you look at him, he looks like he's 30 because it was the 60s, right? But the craziest part to me was how relevant this video still is today for what we're facing as society, and kind of the mentality and the attitude towards cops that is so prevalent. You know, the ACAB, whatever, all cops are bastards. Like, look, I get it. My front porch mat for people to wipe their feet on says come back with a warrant, right?
Right.
I get it. Cops should be held accountable, right? But this video, like, to all cops are bastards movement, is so stupid. And this video is a pretty good example of how little things have fucking changed since the 60s. If they wrote this speech into a cop television show, this is just here. I'll share it with you.
Marijuana is illegal. I know that.
That's right.
For now. In a couple of years, things may change when all the kids grow up and start wearing ties and going to the polls. Marijuana is going to be like liquor, packaged and taxed and sold right off the shelf.
I doubt it, Mr. Shipley.
Look, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it seems to me there must be better things for cops to do than chase down wild rumors about something as innocent as marijuana. Why don't you go after the big bad guys, the heroin peddlers? I won't argue with you about them. They should be stopped.
That's right. We'd like to put them out of business. That's why we're here.
What do you mean?
We're trying to keep them from getting a new customer.
There's a big difference between marijuana and hard narcotics.
Yeah, but it's only a small step.
And everybody who takes a drink is going to be an alcoholic. We know that's not true, don't we? Let's face it, we're on opposite sides of the fence and there's nothing we can do about it. For you, if there's a law against it, it's wrong, black and white. I just don't see things that way, that's all.
Well, you ought to give it a try, fella. It might keep you out of jail.
Maybe, but we'll change the law someday, even though your friend here thinks we won't. Believe me, it's a new world. Your laws are as outdated as bustles. Laws are going to have to be changed to keep pace with the new morality. They'll change or we'll have to break them.
I mean, Like,
They're both not wrong.
right.
Yeah.
So this is what I want. Like that's the 60s. Well, now marijuana is legal in California, right?
Yeah.
Recreationally, you can go as long as what's the 21? Is it 21?
Yeah, 21.
21. So you go into a pot store, like a liquor store, right? And you can get gummies and flour and bud and freaking vapes and cookies and brownies and like drinks and tea and all kinds of shit, right?
Yep.
But that's change the laws if you want to change the laws, but don't. But work within this. It's not. That's the cops are like, oh, well, yeah. If you change the laws, then that's fine, right? But until you do, this is my job. It's not personal,
right?
It's just my job. So the all cops are bastards community really just needs to chill out.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's a George Soros front, but whatever.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of that stuff is so. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for our debrief, Chuck.
Yeah. Hope
Go ahead and
learn what not to do.
Yep. Go ahead and tell everybody what they need to hear, I guess, as we.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, for listening. If you like today's podcast and the content we provide, please help us out by going on reviewing us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever podcast platform you listen to, because those really help us in the algorithms, and it really gets us going. And if you already follow our Instagram and Facebook, our Instagram is at @war_stories_official, and our Facebook is at War Stories Podcast. If you already follow us, like and share our posts. You can click the link in the bio, get all of our socials, our medias, podcasts, YouTube, all that good stuff. You can also support us by going to www.warstoriesofficial.com, grab some gear. If you have a story you would want to share, or you think you have a story you want to share, or want to see if you're a guest, want to be a guest, go to booking.warstories@gmail.com. Again, that is booking.warstories@gmail.com. And I can get you booked. We're always looking for veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, medics, also corrections, dispatchers, and nurses. And if you have a friend who you think would be a great fit, give them our booking email and connect us, and I can get them booked. And if you've ordered gear and it's taken a minute, just remember that we do this in-house, and we do not have any facility or anything like that in our home. So we're going to get it out as soon as possible. With the holidays, there are going to be some types of delays because it is what it is. You know, generally it's a one-person show. So just keep that in mind, and we'll send you some cool little goodies, some extras in there that you did not order just for the time delay. And we really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah. And until our next episode, come home with your shield or on it.